First of all, most students are here for a relatively limited number of years. Some of you manage to stay here for longer than you need to, in my view, but in general, you don't see the changes that are occurring. When I came now more than 7 years ago, this was a pretty homogeneously white campus. The other day, there was a day of caring. It was maybe a couple of Saturdays ago, and so I sat there looking at about 150 students who showed up for the day of caring. There must have been 50 to 75 underrepresented students there, and I said to myself, yes, we have made a difference here. We do actively recruit in areas of the state. 75% of the students for Humboldt State come from outside of Humboldt County. We actively recruit in areas where there are a lot of minority students. We have done better. Could we do a lot better? Yes. One of the areas that you've focused on is our faculty, and we have not done as good a job as we might there. One of the things that I've asked for over and over again is for our human resources people and our faculty personnel people to insist that when there are not minority candidates in the candidate pool, that the process be restarted or reconsidered to include it. You have to work hard to get minority candidates in faculty pools. You can't just put the ad in Science or the Chronicle or whatever. You got to get out there and dig around, talk to people, and so on. So we are making some progress there. We've got some really good people now in our Office of Diversity and Inclusion, which reports to the provost, and that's a good change. I think that will make a difference as well. So we're making some progress. It frustrates me that it's not fast enough. But things are beginning to change in higher education with respect to both the inclusion of women as faculty members. That's really changed a lot. There are a lot more women now as faculty members than there ever were before. But we have a long way to go on getting minority faculty members. The Latino student population is growing at Humboldt. It's the fastest growing ethnic group in Humboldt County. We can do a lot better in attracting Latino faculty members here as well. My personal focus has been on Native Americans. Native American people in this country have the lowest high school completion rate and the lowest college going rate of any underrepresented group. That's a tragedy considering what our society has done in the past hundreds of years to Native Americans. We really do need to change that. We created about 3 years ago what we call a P to 16 Council. P stands for preschool, 16 is through college. And this is a group of educators who meet regularly, and our emphasis in the P16 Council is what can we do to get more Native Americans to finish high school and to go on to college, any college, but especially Humboldt State. And we do a pretty good job here. We have a number of programs which are directed towards Native Americans, but we can improve on them, and we're continuing to work on that. I'll let the provost talk a little bit more about faculty recruiting.
Faculty in particular, last year, I believe, maybe it started the year before, we actually didn't revise. We created a faculty recruitment handbook that oversees the whole process. It was decentralized before, and that involves training for the committees to help them understand the diversity issues. It centralizes the advertising, so hopefully we can increase the diversity of the pools. There's a number of measures that we put in place. Unfortunately, we've canceled most of the faculty searches for budget reasons, so we're only doing 4 this year.